Welcome back. Weekly replay. Logic's No Pressure album just dropped tonight. His retirement album? Yeah, okay. Sure, Logic. I'll say it's more of a 3-4 year hiatus, but it's his last it's his last project for a while, all right? First we'll just, we'll go through our rankings here of this tier list. I figured I'd give them some names. Obviously we have S to trash, but I change them up this time. We got, so for S we have Young Sinatra. For A plus we have Tits. Now, whether you understand what that means or you're taking that literally, they're both A plus. All right. Boom Trap Protocol, Clickbait, and Don't Be Afraid to Be Different for our A, B, C, and D. F, we've got Frenchie Montana himself. And the reason that he is F, well, besides being garbage himself, but Logic doesn't really have any bad songs that start with F, so French. And he gets F because of the song which he made, help make Twisted, which is by far the worst thing I think I've ever heard by Logic. Okay. Oh, first let me get rid of Thalia's text over here. It's a little, she's not taking over no more. She lost. All right. No Pressure intro. Very nice intro. I like that they used the Thalia at the start. Very callback to Under Pressure. Obviously, this is the sequel. Strong start. Very lyrical. I like that it's very boom bap. I don't think it's perfect. Obviously, he's had better intros in the past, but it's definitely a very strong start to the album. I like the I like at the end he says wait, and then it just instantly goes into the next track very nicely. I do think that No Pressure is around an A. It's a strong track, but I don't think it's too high up, Nothing perfect. Followed immediately by, like I said, it flows perfectly into Hit My Line. Now this song, he even says in it, this isn't his Jesus Walks, which is a reference to Kanye's song. This is a very strong song, especially I'm liking that I'm hearing messaging from Logic. A lot of people were saying, COADM. It was very lacking on the lyrical content, very very too much Bobby Tarantino. And whether all the theories with the Thalia theories or whatever, in the end it's still not a great project. So to have this actual full-on messaging going out throughout the whole song, it's really nice. And I really like at the end, it's kind of a little annoying. I feel like on future more listens it'll kind of annoy me, but for first second listens, I really like the idea of it sounds like they're repeating message, he's kind of mocking us for everyone being yo bro, look where the message. Okay, call me an idiot, but GP4, I kept on reading that as GP4. It took the actual song to be playing for me to realize that is Growing Pains 4. I don't even know how it took me that long. I read that track list several times. I'm just not too bright. But Growing Pains 4, also very good song. I don't think it's as good as Hit My Line, in my opinion. Honestly, out of listening to this song, my favorite part of it is hearing Andre 3000 on the ending chorus, because what that tells me when I'm listening to this album that first time is Logic didn't name the features, which we all pretty much assumed, but it confirms it. And in that instantaneous moment, I just started having my mind racing about all the people he was talking with and doing stuff with, and who's gonna,
except for the fact there are none.
be on what, who might sneak in on all these songs. Growing Pains 4, probably the final installment in Growing Pains. Still a very good song. I would probably keep it in with the No Pressure intro, right in A. Alright, Celebration. Let's be honest here. Out of the track so far, I like the messaging that he's going with. You know, he's talking a lot about like people living vicariously through you. They're telling him how to rap. Why are they telling him how to rap? Why don't they go do it themselves? Um, it's kind of good. I think the beat, like, it sounds really good, especially when Silas, however he pronounced, you know, he's signed to Bobby Boy Records, however his name is pronounced. When he's on it, you know, kind of comes back in with the tempo. It's it's pretty good, but I think when Logic's initial, you know, first verse kind of goes, I think the beat kind of washes him out a little bit, or it doesn't really feel like there's a nice pocket for him, even though he's in it. It doesn't really feel like it's there as much. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's how I feel listening to it. The ending does have some weird bars, but you know, it's fine. It's fine. I don't care. But it's definitely the weakest song on the track list so far. Definitely the weakest song on the track list so far. By the way, just make this clear while we're at the fourth thing. I have basically listened to this thing twice. That's it. So obviously things might move as I listen to it, but two full through listens is how I feel when you have your best first reaction to it. Once you start to listen to songs like, you know, 4 or 5 times, you start to like mold them in, and you lose that initial impression. This is a fantastic song. I don't think it's been a while since I can say this is a fantastic song. It's like a nostalgia trip, first of all, okay? When he goes into that verse, I think he starts off with like I'm gone, right? He's just switching through all these different flows from all his like prior songs. I think I heard like Indica Badu in there. I'm sure there's so many. I know there was some stuff from Under Pressure just going when he's doing the his voice kind of like interpolating through. It's the like, and he talks about like the nostalgia trip like in it, like he raps those lines. Meanwhile, that's exactly what he's doing. It's it's this is a phenomenal Logic song. Open mic. I wish this was honestly just Aquarius 3, but it's this is that's a fantastic song. It's been a while since I can say that, and you know what? Good for him being happy. All right, but you know what? You can't say the one thing about this song. At some point, he says he doesn't have any bad songs. I'm sorry, Logic, but like Twisted's right there. Okay, Soul Food 2. First of all, the I wish in like the middle of the beat, it like no ID switches it up, and it starts repeating, and it's going in on itself, and I was so absolutely ready on that first listen for Logic to just drop in, and it would have been so good. It would have been perfect. It would have been perfect. You see it right there? It would have been perfect. But he doesn't. They go with like some weird little skit, but when he comes back, you know, he sounds a lot however they mixed it, he makes it sound like he's a lot closer on the mic, you know. He's a lot like he's more in the room with you. Kind of weird. I don't know exactly how they did that. Maybe it's the first part of Soul Food that makes it feel that way. But he basically just goes off, and I really want to see how people try to theorize this, okay? How is Logic rapping about Kai if all the theories are that Kai is listening to Logic's music like way years later? I I'm interested to see how those theories work out here. All right. You know, the first time I heard Perfect, I was really hoping that I was going to get some Jid. I'm be honest. I really thought Perfect was going to be the song. I wanted that turn up song to be the one with Jid. Same place. It's not a bad song. I might be bumping it. I don't know yet. I haven't listened to it enough, honestly, and it's a pretty short track. I do like that it gets in and out. That's pretty strong for it, for what it's doing. He doesn't stay. He doesn't overstay with this beat. And when this beat started that first time, I was like, "Oh shit." But I do really wish that this one had a feature. I think if a track were supposed to have a feature, it's Perfect. And it feels like one got pulled with how short, that's the right word, the boom bap songs. This one's definitely the weakest of the boom bap ones so far. It's nothing fantastic. I do like the idea, of it's like this is how Logic became the man he is, and the whole idea of they're using the horns. There's a lot of sampling of the horns with the which he even references in the song, which go back to the studio time. When you're running out of studio time, they play those horns, and it's kind of like I guess the idea like he's running out of time. I'm not sure if that's how he meant it, but it's his retirement album. He himself is running out of time. Um, I wish maybe the horns were used a little bit more integrated with the beat on this one, but and the long outro end like 50-second end, it's okay. He just like the first two verses are good and whatever, where he's like rapping about like being a dad and stuff, and the chorus is kind of like talking about like hey you better eat your greens, but like and it's his rap life mixed with his dad life. But that third verse where he's just like, fuck it, you want to hear about my everyday life? I go to Target. I go to Target, bitch. Kind of hilarious. Uh, I think, it's still around here though. Maybe it's here, but just because it's funny doesn't mean it's great. But it's definitely not bad by any means. I think it's definitely like just right down. Honestly, nah. It's I can't move it. See, I can't move it, and out of laziness, I don't think I'm gonna move it. If I can move it right now, it's gonna go to A. If I can't, that's it. It's staying. All right, I'm putting in A. It's okay. This was recorded before I listened to Five Hooks the first time. I swear to God, if Five Hooks doesn't have five hooks, I'm gonna put this in Twisted. I don't care if it's his best song he's ever made. It better have five hooks. It's called Five Hooks. Now, see, that's not really five hooks logic, but we'll say it's five hooks because technically everything is a hook. You're lucky. I was kind of hoping when I listened to it for the first time, he pauses and then the beat switches and then his flow switches, and I thought he was gonna do that 5 times. And if he did that 5 times, this thing would be an S because that would be kind of crazy, teasing us with like 5 different tracks all in one, the five hooks. But no, he only does it once, so it's kind of two. But it's all lyricism, no choruses anywhere. That's the idea of five hooks. It's cool. I do like the track. I like everything that he's talking about. Um, was it, he talks about like how he's got tracks with Gucci Mane, and he's got tracks with Killer Mike, and he's got tracks with 2 Chainz, and he's got tracks with Wu-Tang Clan, and he rhymes it pretty nicely done. Um, it's good track. It's good track. I like the idea that he did a track with like the no choruses. Oh, all right. I know, Darl. I know it says Darl Place instead of Dark Place. Okay, I didn't notice it until I got to it, and it's a little too late because I did all this and I rasterized the layer, so I can't fix it. Okay, but we're just gonna keep it. Okay, I know it's Dark Place. All right, but seriously, this song I really like actually. One of my favorites. I don't know if this will be a lot of people's favorites. I feel like a lot of people will be like, "Oh, that shouldn't be above this and this," but like, I really like the place that he's rapping from. I like the idea. He's always about peace, love, and positivity, and he's like, sometimes you can't get that, and the fact that like, he types in he can't even help himself. He tries to keep himself off social media, but he types in his own name on Google just to see people shitting on him. Um, and he says like just sometimes it's nice to be like sad. I really like the message. Just it's this this is what should have been on Confessions of a Dangerous Mind. This is a good Confessions of a Dangerous Mind track. I got baited. Do you do it the first time? First of all, really I love the whole concept of he's doing A to Z. It's subliminal or it's clearly stated, like he does like IQ, and then he uses double U's for W. Very clever, very well done, cool concept. Um, but like Logic, don't put your old self rapping on the track with your new self, okay? You can do that with an interlude or something. I can see that you were trash in 2005, okay? Don't worry, I get it. 2005, how old was Logic? It was probably like 12. I imagine Logic was like 12, okay? Probably younger, honestly. I don't even know. But don't like how I'm gonna have to skip this song. This song is gonna Apple Music's gonna think I hate this song, or Spotify. They're gonna think I hate this shit because I'm gonna skip it every single time because I don't want to hear you when you're 12 rapping Logic. What are you doing to yourself? What do you? I can't. I'm so torn. All right, ready? Part one of this track is an A. Okay. Part two of this track is down in French Montana. Okay, but we'll compromise and we'll put it in B. It's a nice closer to the whole no pressure program. I believe that's what it's supposed to be. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be the closer, and you have these. I'm not sure if that's like, when I first heard welcome to Ultra 85. When I heard that, I was like, oh shit, this is like some J. Cole's intro to the fall off, you know. But heard him say is honestly not. It's like Logic's part is good. Like I really like what Logic's saying, especially verse 4. Verse 4 is absolutely fantastic, especially if it's his final verse of the no pressure technically, even though there's two more things. But Chris Thompson, Chris something is just he's the chorus, and I don't care for it. And if he wasn't the chorus, I feel like I wouldn't be so hard on this song. But I don't really like his chorus. Like it's very light and stuff, but it's not for me personally. It's not for me. It's the messaging is kind of great, and also, honestly, after listening to that track, like after those two times, it honestly made me recognize that Celebration deserves to go up a spot because I mean, God, this is just this one was not it for me too much. I mean, it's not a bad song, but it's just not is I'm not gonna return to that. I don't feel is the closing track of Logic, Salutations, as he says. It's a nice song to the Rat Pack, his loyal fan base. I think it was the real way to end it. He does kind of bait, obviously, with the Ultra 85, which I guess is saying no pressure is Ultra 85, which I hope it's not because I still stand by this is his 4-year like retirement, and then he'll be back. Nice hiatus for him till he learns to balance it like Cole did, like M did. He'll figure it out. But it's a nice closing track. I do like it. It fits an A with all these songs. I feel like on more listens, obviously Obediently Yours is not actually a song. It's a very long talk, but it's a nice thing. Definitely good to listen to, play through the whole thing. But it's not a song, so it doesn't get ranked with his songs. I do like Amen kind of nicely flows straight into it with the salutations immediately into it. The first listen, I didn't even notice it switched songs. I feel like on more listens, some things are going to move up. I feel like Soul Food 2, No Pressure Intro, I feel like those move up a line. Hit My Line might even move up into S. Things definitely can shift here. It's not set in stone, but this is definitely Logic's strongest thing I've heard in a while, and I'm happy. I'm happy about that. I'm gonna give this a nice big old A. It's getting an A. It was a bad joke anyways, so we're not even gonna do it. We're gonna save the cringe. This is the weekly replay. Let me know what you thought about Logic's No Pressure. Favorite tracks, least favorite tracks, where you think it ranks in his discography, maybe. Anything you want to talk about, theories of Ultra 85. I'm interested in all of it.